Okay, in this video I'm going to show you the actual process of creating accounts. Now I'm only going to create 2 accounts so that I can demonstrate both the manual and the automated capture. There are about 5 accounts that we cannot solve Google reCAPTCHA on. As a matter of fact, we don't know anybody who's solving these 5. However, 2/3 of all Google reCAPTCHA accounts we have been able to solve. So I'm going to come and choose one of each, and I'm going to choose Bitly. This is one that Google reCAPTCHA will solve, and Tumblr. This is one that it will not solve. And for some reason, sometimes when I close that, I come back and I find that something else is turned on or whatnot. I have no idea why. This time not. So I'm going to come over here. I've already put in my CAPTCHA information, and I'm going to click Create Accounts, and Bitly should be first. Okay, sometimes depending on your operating system and the folder it installs in, you will get this screen at the beginning of each account creation. It's an annoyance. I should have seen Bitly first, not Tumblr. Oh yes, Tumblr is coming first because it is a manual solve. All manual solves come up first. So the software is typing in the information. And notice it doesn't just slam the information in there, it emulates human typing. We do everything we can to keep from being detected. Okay, so we get this little box that says, I am not a robot. And on the manual CAPTCHAs, we'll get a box giving us instructions on how to handle them. I'll show you that box. Sometimes it shows up right here and sometimes it's hidden behind. But let me resolve this first. It says select all with rivers. So I'm going to click this. If another river shows up, I'm just going to click it again. Okay, I've done all of those. And I'm going to click verify. And it didn't like my answers. And this happens frequently. Okay, so it says click on everything with the house. Alright, when I've got this green check mark, here's the box I was talking about that pops up. I click OK, and the program goes on with everything else that it has to do with Tumblr. And then once it's done, it's going to move right into the next account, in this case, Bitly. And as you can see, the Tumblr account has been created. Now there will be an email sent, and that was not a real email address I used, but for demonstrating the account creation, that doesn't matter. Here it is. One thing we need you to verify your address. So that window closes by itself. In this case, I'm going to get this bogus window again, but depending on your version of Windows and your Firefox, it won't happen. This is happening because Firefox expects to be found in a particular directory, and some installations don't put it in that directory. At least our drivers do. Okay, so here we are with Bitly. It's filling in the information. When you're doing the captchas that you don't have to interact with, the best thing to do is to walk away, don't touch anything, just let it run. Now, you may not see this box here get checked. It says, I am not a robot. That's okay. The activity is taking place behind the scenes, and if you have any doubt in your own mind, there is going to be a little box that looks like it's got some gobbledygook in it. And it's just the code being returned from the service that says, we got it. Okay, this is not going to work because this username and email address is already in use. So that I can demonstrate for you the way this whole thing works, I'm going to go get a legitimate email address. Here we go. Fake name generator. The way you do that is you come down here. This will be the address. This Army Spy domain doesn't work with all properties, but let's see what happens. I click to activate it, and this has come up, and this is where my email is going to appear. And I'm just going to leave this in the background so that I can show you what happens. All right? I'm going to replace this. Let me have random details again. Now I'm going to replace this. And come over here to select sites. I'm going to deselect Tumblr because we've already created it. Now we're running just on Bitly. We say that annoying first run page again. Why is Tumblr creating? I don't really want Tumblr to create, so I'm just going to close this. Tumblr must have turned itself back on, which is what I talked about a little while ago under the select sites. Sure enough. Bring this to the front. Okay, and the Bitly account has been created. Now when all of your accounts have been created, all of the windows will close and you'll simply have a message on the status bar that tells you account creation is finished. Let's let Bitly finish doing what it's doing. There we go. Account creation complete, right? And create accounts really is just that simple. Let's go ahead and take a look. I'm going to open up that Firefox and look here. Here's my email from Bitly. It tells me I need to click on this to verify my email. Done. If you're wondering why we didn't see an email there for Tumblr, it was because we used a different bogus email. That's it for this video. See you in the next one.